You're listening to Improv-ing Business on Web Talk Radio, where personal and business finances take a front row seat. I'm Brandon.
Hi, this is Rick.
And today we'll be talking about business plans, how they can be as entertaining as a Russian nesting doll.
Of course.
We've mentioned business plans a lot in this podcast. We've never actually talked about how to do one or what one is.
And we didn't have an index either for people to look it up.
Exactly. So we thought we'd do an episode today about making business plans, how they work, and how they can be successful. We have talked a lot about strategic plans, which are a higher up view, over tens of years, 15, 20 years for your business. We've talked about that in other podcasts, and if you want to know how to do a strategic plan, listen to those. But a business plan is a managerial document. It's not a strategic document.
For example, if you were going to build a car, you would need a business plan to order the parts and to get the people that are supposed to work on it. But once you get the car out of the driveway, you have no idea where you're going. And that's what a strategic plan would be used for. It's like a roadmap of where you're going to go in the next 10 or 20 years and how to get there without falling in the ditch somewhere. I've been approached a lot over the years about a business plan for new businesses and current businesses that want to change the way they do business. Many times it's to bring investors in. They always ask for a business plan. So I've been approached many times and have done many business plans for these type of clients.
You can look at a business plan as sort of a proof of concept of how you will do business. And that's why investors want one so much. They want to see that you're running things efficiently, that you can do things with low cost to them, and they'll get good returns on the investments. They want to make sure that you're organized and running your business well before they chip in any money. As always, we'll be talking about a historical Los Angeles story, in this case relating to business plans, of an area that a lot of people in Los Angeles know as a business hub, and that's Century City in West Los Angeles.
In fact, my office was located in Century City years ago, but I saw it being built as a young boy. And what really turned out to be very interesting is that one of the carpenters on the job was my father-in-law. Or my future father-in-law, that is.
At the time.
Yes.
The reason why we're going to be talking about Century City today is because it's an area that's gone through a lot of different business plans. And so we're going to be looking at the different ways that various business plans succeeded or failed when people were trying to develop the area.
In addition to that, I'm going to be talking about one of my experiences of doing a business plan for an entertainment complex and how that relates to your business. And why these are so important is because when you have entertainment centers like this, there's lots of different businesses contained in this. So you may find your business as one of the sub-plans in this business plan, whether you may be a restaurant or a theater or a service provider or a retail store.
Or a bank or bank offices.
Right. Anything that would need a business plan, you would probably find it in Century City.
Century City started a long time ago in the silent film era and was actually built, or at least conceived, by cowboy superstar Tom Mix.
Now, Tom Mix was a superstar during the silent films, and you actually have an indirect connection to him.
I like to mix things?
No, actually, your great-grandfather was an extra in a movie with him.
Oh, really? Oh, Grandpa?
Yeah, your Italian grandfather, and he was he considered Tom Mix as being one of his favorite actors. And I don't know if he was a nice guy or he was just really a good actor on horses, and my grandfather loved him.
Well, for those of you who don't know about Tom Mix, he was like a larger-than-life Western star at the time. He played a clean-living, sportsman-like, good-natured, good guy cowboy, and had a horse that had near genius IQ. It could do all these tricks, and it could come when he called him, and all sorts of crazy things that most horses aren't interested in at all, as you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, my horse doesn't have near genius at all.
No, the only time your horse comes over to you is when you have a peppermint treat for it.
That's right, peppermint loves peppermint.
Yeah. Off the screen, though, Tom Mix was sort of a playboy. He was flamboyant. He drove around in sports cars. He had fancy parties and nice clothes. And he actually, though he earned $6 million over his career, which was crazy at the time, this was in 1920s era with silent films, he actually always had money problems. The money just slipped through his fingers because of his wild lifestyle, and he was always buying new cars and having fancy parties. But even though he was sort of not very good with his money, he was a really good visionary because he had this idea that there was an area of LA that was not developed at all in West LA, sort of this rolling grassland area. And he bought the land in order to have a barn for his horses, basically.
Right.
It was riding distance from his house, and he liked to ride his horse over there. And he said, hey, this land is really cheap. No one's developing it. I'll buy it all up, put up a barn until I figure out what to do with it.
What a better thing to do with 127 acres.
Exactly. And it's a big barn.